Liverpool nil, Fulham 1. Right, let's get some things into straight out there, straight away. Not happy about the result, not happy about the team right now. It's just whatever's happening with Liverpool at the moment, it's just really hard to pin down exactly what it is. Is it tiredness? Is it lethargicness, if that's even a word? Or lethargy, that's probably the right word. Is it are players downing tools? I don't believe that players are downing tools. I can't buy into that one. I'm just not. I don't believe that's what's happening. Is it fatigue? Is it mental fatigue, physical fatigue, a combination of both? I don't know, and I don't think any of us really know. We're looking at that team, knowing what that team is capable of producing. All right, got defensive players in there that aren't first team players or first team regulars or wouldn't be this season. Regardless of any of that, though, that team in general has produced better and can produce better. For whatever reason, it's just not happening. By the way, there's no statistical analysis in this game because what's the point? Credit, massive credit to Fulham. Honestly, massive credit to Fulham. They played very, very well. They attacked better than us. They looked more fluid than us. They just looked much more like a collective unit. They looked well coached. They were a dangerous team. And I remember saying it in my head, around about the 42nd minute, it's like, I think Jota had just picked up a yellow card or something like that. And I was like, God, I hope we can make it. I hope we can make it to half time, 0-0, and then we'll see what happens after that. Salah has to be criticised because of his lackadaisical nature on the edge of our own box, and where basically their player Lemina, I think it is Mario Lemina or something, whatever his name might be, basically just ran up to him, took the ball off him, didn't have to foul him, didn't have to really work for the ball off Salah. Salah just didn't know he was there, and Salah was just a little bit too lackadaisical, a bit too comfortable with it around our box. He fires in a low-driven shot and just goes in for 1-0, and that is the game. That is the game. Fulham played better than us. Everyone plays better than us right now. We've lost 6 in a row for the first time in our history. Something that I'm not entirely bothered about, but a lot of people are clutching at this one, saying that historically we haven't ever been this bad and such like that. Listen, these types of things happen to every single team. It is what it is. Apparently, it's happened to Mikel Arteta. He's set some records for Arsenal or something like that in terms of losses or draws or games not won or whatever it was. Happens to every single manager at some point. Rough point. A lot of people are pointing towards Klopp's last season at Dortmund. That is something that I want to look into. I looked into it a couple of years ago when we were having a bit of a dip or looked like we weren't going to make top four one year or it was going to be really, really close. Looked into it a little bit. I want to look into it a little bit more and find out exactly for myself what happened that season at Dortmund. What were the circumstances that happened in that season? Because I don't know. I can't turn around to you and say, Klopp's last season, I watched every single one of it and I knew their players inside out. I don't know what happened. I know that they secured Europa League or something like that. They were like maybe 18th at one point in their league, which I think is bottom of the table in their league. They ended up finishing 7th or something like that. Whatever it might be. I'm literally going through my thought patterns for this video. Maybe not a great deal of structure to it. But to a man, I don't really know what the team is doing. When that team sets out, looks okay, right? When you see the team news and stuff like that, you think, all right, that looks okay. That looks decent. When the team actually starts playing, I don't know what the objective is. We always used to know what the objective was Liverpool, where it was we're going to attack, we're going to keep attacking, going to try and get as many balls into the box and stuff like that as much as we can. And at the moment, I think we're caught between wanting to be an attacking team whilst maintaining possession and like playing neat passes and stuff like that. And instead of trying to grab a game by the throat, by the scruff of the neck, and really give it to the opposition. I don't know what else to say. I really don't know what else to say. These aren't the times, and I know a lot of people are saying that it is, These aren't the times for people to be turning on likes of Jurgen Klopp, though he can be questioned definitely on his tactics and how the team is actually performing, because it's like we're trying to play how we used to play, like how we played last season and stuff like that. It's like we're trying to play like that, and at the moment we just can't. So another solution hasn't been found. Another way to play hasn't been found. Another way to play the game, get through games, get results hasn't been found or hasn't been worked on. That's kind of what it looks like, and it's harsh to say that because it sounds harsh, it sounds overly harsh, but that's just what I feel. Like it just at the moment we look like a team that is it can't play the way that we have played. It can't play the heavy metal football, the full throttle football, and stuff like that. It can't play that way, and yet we're still trying to do it, and it's not working. It's not working against teams in the top half. It's not working against teams in the bottom half, apart from Sheffield United, who are bottom of the table. It's not a time to be calling for players to leave as well, or for players that need to be like this player out or this player out, whatever it might be. Because to be honest with you, when it gets to the end of the season and we don't make top six, which I'm very doubtful of whether we'll do it or not, then if we don't make top six, at least, and whatever happens in the Champions League this season, I don't think we're winning it. No way do I think we're winning it. Not with how we're performing right now. We won't have to ask for some of those players to leave. They will just go anyway. It is what it is. So that's one thing that we have to be careful of. I know that Jurgen Klopp has come out and said that if players that want to come to Liverpool or that are already at Liverpool need Champions League football to be here, he doesn't want them. Very, very bold thing and almost dangerous thing to say. I get why he would say it. He wants people to be there for the team, for the collective, for the club. Great. And that is all fine and well and dandy when things are going really well. But when things aren't going so well, you are literally giving, like you're literally opening the exit door for some of them, and creaking it open just a little bit, and some of them might want to go of their own accord. That could happen. Very, very realistic chance. Because let me tell you something that you yourself will probably already know. I'm not telling you anything different or thinking anything different. For the rest of the games that we've got this season, likes of Arsenal, Leeds, Aston Villa again, does anyone believe right now, think about it, that we're going to win those games? Leave it in the comments if you do. I'll tell you right now, most of my predictions that come up, unless something drastic changes and something different happens, most of my predictions are going to be the fact that I think that we're going to draw or lose games. And that's really sad. It is. I can't believe that we've won that we've had 29 games this season, I think. 29 games. It's either 27 or 29. I can't remember, honestly. My mind's a bit of a mess of its own, let's be honest. But we've only won 12. Just is what it is, innit? Then even Man City can't beat Manchester United. That was a great day at work, honestly. If you got United fans at work, oh my god, what a weekend. What a weekend. So no tactical analysis because you don't need it. Honestly, you don't need it. All we can do as fans, you're 50-50. I'm the type of fan that whatever happens, whatever team gets put out for the next game, whatever game is coming up, I will always get behind the team, always get behind the manager, always get behind the club. Some people don't want to do that, and you know what? You're a fan, you can do what you want. If you want to be like, I don't like this player, I don't like that player, I'm not a fan of Klopp anymore, or whatever it might be, then that's up to you. It's your opinion. I am not going to question you on your opinion unless it's totally outlandish, like if you're threatening people or stuff like that. Then yeah, that's just garbage that I'm not interested in. But honestly, I'm no tactician. I'm no coach. I'm someone that just wants to give my opinion about football. I think to change something up in this team needs to be a change of system. It needs to be a change of system. I've said it before that we need to do something like a 4-2-3-1 because defensively we're not good enough right now to just go with like four at the back. We're really not. We're not defensively good enough at all. Just no way. A great comment that someone said, and honestly I can't remember the username, and I apologise for it. Was a 3-5-2. Something that I think that we could do possibly next season, depending on how we finish this season, depending on transfers, everything like that. A 3-5-2 could be something very, very. It could be something really, really good when executed well. It is a good defensive formation as well as being a good attacking formation as well. You can have people. You could possibly get even the best out of Trent and Robertson by having them a little bit higher up the pitch, but having defenders like three defenders and then maybe a CDM or something in midfield that can drop in, make it a four or something if it needed to be. Or you can drop it back into a five defensively. So, there's so many options that you could do with that formation. I don't know. Maybe need a change of personnel at some point as well, but that's just not something that we can really talk about until the end of the season. But we need to change. I think doing the 4-3-3. I think at the moment it's done. It's done. Will we see a change? I don't think so. I don't think so. I really don't think so. Um, and the way we are right now, no one fears us. No one fears us at all. And you know what? They shouldn't. Not until we start actually putting good performances in. No one should fear us. So yeah, full credit to Fulham. Like they did their job. They did it well. We did our job very, very poorly. And I don't know where the upturn is. Yeah, I know we've got Champions League games, a second leg to come up against Leipzig as well, but I don't know where the upturn in performances is going to come from for Liverpool. I really, really don't. Are we down and out? I think, apart from Sheffield United, we might have the worst form in the league. Like definitely relegation form. Losing six in a row at home, in amongst other losses and such like that as well. It's not good. It's not good for Liverpool. Everyone, I think, just wants this season to be over right now and start looking at next season. If we go out the Champions League, then, and I know I'm such a, things change so quickly. I was ready for us to tank the Champions League, drop out of it, and just focus on top four. No way are we even. We're not even getting a sniff at top four. Top six might even be a struggle as well. So it's not going to be straightforward. Anyway, that's it for today. Thank you ever so much for watching. Please do take care of yourselves. Don't get too down about the football. Try and focus on other things as well. It's hard. It's difficult. But hey, football's not the be all and end all at the end of the day. But you know what? We love Liverpool. We love our club. We want it to do well. And right now, it's just not doing well at all. Thanks ever so much for watching. I'll catch you later.